Cool. Hey, so here I am. I know it is the first, but it's our It's our March live stream. I think I was thinking about dessert, even though I had dinner. Well, actually, after this video, I'm definitely having dessert after this live stream. But anyways, to the point. You might be like, we're in a new location. And that's because we are in a new location or an old location if you're a real one or just an older subscriber or viewer. So I am back in New Jersey and I've actually moved to New Jersey from LA. And I just moved, but I know that's the end of the month, but I literally moved on the 30th to New Jersey. So that's cool. And for the time being, I'm still working for the Sphere, my old job. I'm working remotely at present. And yeah, I have moved to the East Coast where I'm from. So I'm back in my parents' house for the moment until I kind of figure out the situation. Um, yeah, that's kind of it as far as I wanted to talk about for the move at right now. But in case you're, it was a voluntary move. You know, there's lots of forces at play, but I'm not like unhappy about the move. So yeah, that's about it as far as the move goes. In case you're like, where are we? And where is Lauren? So you might, if any of you watched my YouTube short about the Warrior Cats books, ugh, I hate the mirrored thing. They're all over there. My beloved collection of Warrior Cats books, my children, my books. Yay. Anyways, now that we've addressed not the elephant in the room, but the room itself, we are going to go into the fabulous month of March. And it's fabulous because it's my birthday month. So, and we'll kick it off by talking about my goal progress. Yay. Hopefully, you guys have had a reasonably good March. I know it's already like a quarter of the year is gone. Where did this happen? Where is the time going? Because it's just, yeah, eating that way. But, we're doing our best. So, first goal is my private goal. So, just so you guys know, I'm making some progress there. My second goal was for like my Bible in a year goal, and I did make a ton of progress. I made it to almost like today, like 49 or 50. And remember, my goal is not to get through 365 days, it's to get to 180 days because I'm trying to get through half of the year in a Bible in a year this year to give myself a more realistic goal. So I'm feeling really good about that. My like journaling Bible is currently being shipped across the country. So I have not been able to make progress on it the past couple days, and it'll take like another 2 weeks or so to make more progress. But I'm feeling still good about like where I got to and especially what I made last month for progress. As far as the water intake, I'm not doing great on the water intake, but I did have some Propel and stuff today, and I'm going to work on it. Luckily, my mom is supportive of the fluid intake. Oh, thank you, Anonymous. Anonymous, happy birthday. I appreciate it. Yes, I do love my birthday. I know some people like don't like their birthday, or maybe it's like cringe to say you like your birthday, but I really do like my birthday. It's also because it's like my twin's birthday because we're twins and she's like my bestie. So it's a great time to like also celebrate her and me and then like us as a duo. So yeah, thank you. But yeah, the water, I need to work on the water intake. As I said before, I just don't like the taste of water very much, which is why I have like Propel or put other flavors in it because water, I just like don't like the taste. And then why do I want to? Oh my God, Nicole's watching my live stream. Yay, twins. Wow, I'm honored, guys. She never watches my videos. Oh my God, thank you. Yay, twins, indeed. Yeah, for my socializing goal, I did lots of socializing with more than two people. So I went to Idle Hour. I went to a bar with my friends as like a farewell to myself. Well, not to myself. I'm not like dying, but like as a farewell to LA. Had my birthday party. Yeah, so true in the time zone. Well, I'm honored. You literally made my whole day by appearing in the chat. Wow. And I went to two different movie screenings, but yeah. Um, my other personal goal, made no progress there. But you win some, you lose some. For my book reading goal, I'm actually like slaying the game. I've already read 4 new books this year, and my goal for the whole year is to read 10 new books. Again, new books, not total books, but I'm feeling really proud of myself. I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to complete this goal, but I'm feeling very confident. Financially, my financial goal, feeling good about that. my volunteering goal. So now that I'm not in like LA anymore, I obviously will not be able to keep volunteering at the animal shelter. So I'm gonna probably look and see if there's any animal shelters where I am in New Jersey or some other way to kind of give back to the community if possible, because I found that really rewarding and also like kind of sad, but like rewarding as is wont to do. And my violin goal. I did not play enough violin. I did not hit the goal this past month, but I did play a little. And my goal is, just to try to keep playing more. Now, instead of annoying my neighbors with my squeaky violin, I can annoy my parents. Though I don't really mind about that as long as I don't annoy the dog, because if he starts like barking or growling or whatever, that they're going to be more annoyed at than me playing. And then I'll need to stop playing so that he zips up. And then for my exploring a new place, I went to LACMA. And if you didn't watch my LACMA museum date video of myself, you should watch it. I don't know if it's particularly interesting or not, but you should still watch it anyways, because yeah. And of course, now I'm back in New Jersey, but I still need to explore new places. So if anyone knows New Jersey other than me, it feels like it's going to be much harder to explore new places around me because I feel like I've been to a lot of places. But that's the point, right? To push myself as a goal. I can always cheat and find somewhere new in New York City that I haven't been as well. So I might be stealing that. And now for the other fun part. Let's see for lovely photos of the month for what I actually accomplished. It feels like this month, all I did low key was volunteer at the animal shelter, clean, pack, and like work. But it feels like, even though I know I obviously had like my birthday party and stuff, it just feels like all I was doing was preparing for the end of the month and like panicking. Though you might say I panic every month, which would be true, but it felt like extra much. So this time, like for my one of my therapies appointments, like I have to take this like assessment every couple weeks, and my like anxiety and stress scores have been kind of going down over the course that I've been in the program, but they actually like went up the last time, which is fine. Progress isn't linear, but also I was like, it's probably because of like the moving factors that my anxiety is like party rocking up there, which is annoying because I'd like it to be party sleeping, but it's not. But for some couple last beautiful photos from the animal shelter, look at these little cuties. I mean, I'm just like obsessed, and I know they're all gonna get amazing, beautiful, wonderful homes. I just wish I could take them all, but I can't. Um, yeah. But fun fact, I was surprised at work with this like giant cake. I'm not sure if you can tell how tall it is from like this picture, but like that's a tall cake. My goodness. I like was totally fooled though at work because usually when we would do like a birthday thing, you get invited to a meeting in the kitchen, which kind of like gives it away. But they did a meeting in a different room, so I thought I was like genuinely suddenly invited to a meeting last minute, and I like hustled over, and then they were all just there. So it was very sweet, but I was totally fooled, which was embarrassing. But I assume they did it that way because I usually am one of the people who helps like coordinate for the birthday stuff. So maybe they were like, "Oh, she'll know that it's the kitchen." But anyways, I almost like snapped at everybody that they'd closed the door in my face. So I'm really glad that I didn't do that because that would have been embarrassing. And this is also not important and not really about my month, but I'm really excited because in theoretically coming this month of April is the new Lord of the Rings Lego set for Bag End, and I really want it. I think it would be perfect. Do I have somewhere for it? Not necessarily, since I had to take apart all my Legos basically. But do I want it anyways? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because I deserve it. Yeah. Then I went to LACMA and I really liked this painting. It's one of the earlier ones that I saw. It's Paris. But I just thought it was really beautiful, lots of colors. It reminded me of like a water. Honestly, I should have. Can I see what it was? I can't scroll. I can't zoom in enough, but it's probably watercolor. It looks watercolory to me. And I am not good at watercolor paintings. Not that I would say I'm like good at painting in general, but I like painting. I did that lion painting right there. But I would always do like acrylic painting, not watercolor. But I don't know, it just felt like beautiful and I don't know. I love Paris. And not that I've been to Paris recently. I've been one time over a decade ago now because I'm so old. But I want to go back and I want to just like be an artiste. And I feel like that this painting gives artiste to me. And they also had, like, this really funky car exhibit where it's, like, all these little Hot Wheels, they're not Hot Wheels, but my friend called them Hot Wheels, and at the same time, they just, like, go, for half an hour, and then they turn it off again. But, like, look at them whipping around. I know, I mean, there are things I will miss about Los Angeles, but one thing I will not miss is the traffic, okay? No missing of the traffic, but I can fondly think about the traffic by watching that video and then be like, "And I don't have to deal with it right now." The other big exciting thing was the blood moon, which I did put a little picture of on my shorts because I was pleased. I got this photo. Oh, you can just see myself in there. I got this. Oh my God, double. I got that photo of myself. Not of myself. I got that photo of myself from my parking lot. Actually, I'm not sure if she's still here, but my twin really is responsible for that photo because I was laying in bed being like, "I don't actually wanna get up because it's, like, after midnight, I don't wanna go, I probably won't see the moon anyways, whatever," and then Nicole texted me, and she said, "I didn't really see the moon, cloudy, maybe you have better luck." And I felt like if she could set her alarm and wake up to go see the blood moon, I, who had purposely stayed up to not have to go to sleep and set an alarm, could get out of bed and walk outside and see the blood moon. So I went outside and I got this picture. And then I ran back inside and got my actual camera to try to get it because I wasn't sure about actually going to see it. And it was very exciting. While I was out there with my big camera, like taking pictures, this guy walked by walking his dog. He probably thought I was insane. I'm not, he did never looked up. Like, I think maybe he just thought I was taking pictures of the sky, or maybe he'd already seen the blood moon. I don't know. All I know is I thought maybe we'd have a moment of camaraderie, but we didn't. The other very exciting thing for the middle of the month is I hit 3,314 subscribers on Pi Day. 3.14. It felt auspicious. It felt auspicious to me. And then did I do anything else? Oh yeah. So towards the end of the month, I saw The Ballad of Wallace Island, and I saw that with Focus Features, kind of an early screening. It was so good. I honestly didn't really know much about it because unless it's a movie I've seen trailers for, I try not to look up too much about a movie that I want to see because I like to be, like, surprised, and I thought it was quite good. I was crying at the end. It is a comedy, but I was crying. I cry easily though, so oh, no. You know, I'm a little out of whack because I'm trying to adjust to the time zone, and I should be going the other way, but I had to wake up early, like, really early yesterday because I had to pick up my car, which shipped somehow, like, like, faster than I flew to the whatever. Anyways, sorry about the yawn. But I thought the movie was good. If you don't like singing, like, live singing, they're not I don't think they're live singing, but if you don't like singing, the character singing in a movie, don't watch it. But if you do like singing, you should watch the movie. And then I went to the animal shelter for the last time. But I got to say hi to my fave husky before I left, and also a puppy, so it was worth it. And then it was the final dinners with my friends, going out to a bar with some of my friends, and then my mom came out. God bless my mother, because I literally don't know how I would have, like, packed up all my stuff finally without her, and she did, like, her master mother cleaning and stuff, so it honestly made me feel like all the work I've been doing, like, was for naught, but I know that it all compounded, and then we went to see A Working Man with YouTube, which was fun. I don't watch a ton of, like, action thrillers, but it was fun. I thought the sound design was actually, like, really good, and I was excited because it was at the Culver Theater, which is, like, kind of a relatively, like, older theater. Most of the time I see movies, I see them at an AMC, even if it's, like, for, like, a screening, like the Ballad screening, that was with at an AMC, and I like AMC. I'm an AMC A-list member, okay, but, it's a franchise, right? It's a chain theater, so it is cool when you get to go to a solo theater or especially, like, some of these, like, older theaters. It's just I mean, it's been kind of renovated, but, like, so many movies have been watched in those theaters, and so many different audience members have come in. I just sort of feel like I'm in a point of history, if that makes any sense at all. And then it was basically moving day. I was sad, like, on my last day, like, in the office, and it was very weird then, like, cleaning out my apartment because you lived there. I, like, lived there, and it was my first time, like, living, like, by myself, and for all I know, it was the only time I'll have kind of ever lived by myself, because I may have roommates next time or whatever. So it's definitely like a weird sort of feeling to like pack everything up. And it's weird, like you feel like you're like packing up your whole life in a box, even though your life is not actually your things. Your life is like you and your memories and your soul and your passion. But at the same time, it sort of feels like your life is those things in that box. So it's just like a disconcerting and strange time. But we made it amazingly. Took one trip to the beach to say, farewell to the Pacific Ocean. I I'm absolutely going to be going to Los Angeles again in the future, hopefully for work at some point for a bit, but definitely to see my friends and stuff. Like as like I don't plan on that being the last time I was ever in Los Angeles. Okay, I have a dream of going to the Oscars one day. All right, but just for like the time being, saying goodbye to the West Coast. And it turned out there's like a cool tiny little aquarium on the Manhattan Beach Pier called like the Roundhouse Aquarium. Very small, but had some fish, had some moon jellies, had a lobster, had a touch tank, like all the classics you could possibly want in like a little thing. And I also discovered my new dream home. Um, excuse me. Funnily enough, this door does not face the ocean. It'd be like this side's the one that's on like the ocean side, but gorgeous. I was like, I literally thought it could be like an Italian, villa or something, and yet it's all on the beach. So yeah, if I ever have that kind of money, be getting a beach house like that, or I'll actually just go to Italy and get a house like that. Either option honestly works for me. And yeah, then it was a long travel day. I was actually in the plane. We were flying, and then after maybe like half an hour, they had a mechanical issue on the plane, and we turned around and went back to LAX. And then we left several hours later. I'm obviously grateful for the pilots, the flight attendants, safety first. It was just like, oh no, a long day. But my dad was a hero. He came and picked us up at 2:30 a.m. from the airport, brought us home, and now here I am working. The only kind of annoying thing right now is like I'm working West Coast hours on the East Coast, which is fine. It's just I got to kind of get used to like instead of like the evening is like my free time, it's like the morning's more my free time. I mean, obviously, I'm still sort of free now, but usually, like, I would be free sooner than like 9:30. But regardless, I feel very fortunate to have so much like familial support, my friends' support, my company support with this move and everything. So yeah, I'm feeling really grateful and excited to like start again on the East Coast. I still, have my content a coming. Do not fret, do not fear. And yeah, I appreciate you guys who've been tuning in to my little live stream. I know it's mostly been me talking. I mean, it's always me talking in a live stream, but I feel like there hasn't been that much you could ask a question about. But I just feel like this is more of like a little life update, how the month went, and things are coming. I am working on, as the people voted in those polls, I'm working on a video all about data and data on ourselves. So if you have anything you want to make sure I include in that video, either put it in the chat now or put it in a comment down below for the video so that I make sure it gets into that because I am working on the script for that video presently. And with that being said, I hope you have a fabulous evening. I hope you had a good April Fools, and I hope you have a good April. Bye.